Let's go from Padre baseball. Let's talk about the Dodgers. They're sitting there and holding their breath as to what's going to happen next with pitching. They continue to shop to make a deal to get a pitcher. They continue to talk about a trade to maybe get the White Sox outfielder, Luis Robert. They're sending Clayton Kershaw to Oklahoma City midweek for a rehab start, and he has really bounced back quick. He had the one good minor league rehab start at Rancho Cucamonga. Then between starts, throwing bullpens, shoulder stiffness, they calmed it down, shut him down for 10 days. He's gone back. He's now done his between start progressions, has had no setback. So he goes back on the mound. We'll find out. There'll be a pitch count. Does he go 3 innings at Oklahoma City? How does he do? How does he feel the day after and the second day after he throws at Oak City? That'll be the key as to whether he is going to come back. Do you know, since Yash Yamamoto went on the disabled list with a strained rotator cuff, their starters, John, have a combined ERA of 5.03, and that includes Tyler Glasnow.
Really?
5.03.
Wow.
So they're really desperate for pitching. Joe Kelly has thrown a bullpen in addition to Kershaw, but he seems a little bit farther down the line. So they're a little bit short. Bobby Miller is back in the rotation with the other kid pitcher, Gavin Stone. Miller's still a little iffy, throwing a lot of pitches. He's not throwing to the velocity that he threw before he injured the shoulder way back early in April. But he's bulldogged his way through starts of 4 and 5 innings. So I think there's a deal coming from the Dodgers pretty doggone quickly to try to solve the bullpen situation. Angels. If you drive by Angels Stadium in Anaheim, look closely. There might be a for sale sign out front. It looks as if they're going to be sellers and they're going to trade a pile of people between now and July 31st. Latest rumor is the guy that's hitting 300. I think he's the only guy hitting over 300. He wasn't even with the team to start the season. Kevin Pillar may be going to Atlanta. Atlanta's desperate to try to find outfielders, and Pillar could hit home runs in that launching pad. In fact, he had been there before and did a good job. It looks as if Pillar might be going to Atlanta. They are shopping their closer, Carlos Estevez, who they got a year and a half ago. He's been up, he's been down. People out there, including the Yankees, are looking for a closer. They're getting calls on Taylor Ward, their left fielder, has got some pop in his bat. It looks as if for sale, they're giving up. But, I mean, they're back into the throes of another losing streak. As hard as Ron Washington has worked, there's just not a lot there. By the way, they just lost their second baseman, third baseman, who had just come off the DL. Luis Rengifo is gone again with a wrist injury. And your guy, Anthony Rendon, is being activated. I mean, he's missed more games in 4 years than he's played in 4 years with the Halos, and he had a torn hamstring. He is back. He's been running. He's been hitting. He's going to start, if not tonight, he may start tomorrow against Texas. So your comment on the Dodgers, your comment on the Halos.
Well, on the Halos, first of all, you said there was a for sale sign on the stadium. I'm thinking, hey, Artie's selling.
No.
Artie's selling the franchise.
Selling roster spots.
Just the roster spots. Yeah. So, one of those guys, we say Carlos Estevez. That's the Charlie Sheen guy, you know, that's kind of connected to him. I heard the rumors about Renigfo going to maybe to the Yankees, all these speculation, but the Angels clearly need to somehow be able to parlay guys to get more assets, and hope that some of those lotto tickets hit. Because right now they're just scraping the bottom of the barrel. The Dodgers, is Clayton Kershaw done? I mean, he seems like he's injured every year. When was the last time he had a strong season?
He's had 3 seasons of different issues, back, then shoulder, then the shoulder surgery. But then he's come back. He refers to himself, I'm the pitcher with the old man arm. So this might well be his last season, but when he's right and when he's been healthy and when he's fought back from these injuries, he's still been vintage Clayton Kershaw. So he's not ready to hang it up, but this might be the final go round for him. But the Dodgers draw $4 million. The Dodgers, not afraid to pay luxury tax. The Dodgers have a lot of players at Oklahoma City and at AA and have never historically been fearful of doing something of real significance at the trade deadline. I mean, you look back in years prior, Mookie Betts, Adrian Gonzalez way back, monster deals. Dodgers might do it again because they do have the assets to still package. They hold on to a lot of their players. Sometimes they overrate their players, but they do make deals. And they right now are kind of backed into a corner. And, they're looking over their shoulder because the Padres, they had taken a 10-game lead and the Padres had chopped it down to 6.5, but then they got drilled by Arizona Saturday and Sunday. Arizona had a hell of a road trip because they beat the Dodgers at Dodger Stadium. Christian Walker hit 5 home runs in 3 games and ran them out. So I think the Dodgers are probably going to make a deal. And because we do follow everything on this podcast, late breaking off the sports wire, Trevor Bauer, Mexico City Diablos, 10-0, 1.66 ERA, 122 strikeouts, and 108 innings in Mexico. Does anybody have the phone number to the Mexico City Diablo Rojos? Nobody is going to need pitching? Are you telling me that?
Pick up with a phone, make a call, because there aren't any like Cy Young level starters that are on the block, right? I mean, unless the Rangers kind of fall out of it and they might deal Scherzer, I don't know. But every one of the names we're hearing are just a bunch of recycled number 4 starters. So, God, Bauer, you think would be able to plug right in and go.
Fans Forum. Is there anybody out there that agrees with us that, yes, Trevor Bauer has acted like a jerk, but the guy is 83 and 59 in his major league career and could be your number 2 or number 3 starter and you give him the ball? The dude is 10-0 in Mexico City. I grant you that's AAA baseball, but he's dominant. Would you make the phone call if you were the Padres for Trevor Bauer? I'm just surprised there's nobody in Major League Baseball, and there are people with monster pitching problems. Yankees are just an absolute mess, trying to hold themselves close to Baltimore.
Do you think the commissioner's office is putting any pressure on any of these teams to not sign him?
Oh, do you think they'd ever talk about that? No. But at the end of the day, there should be some maverick owner. So, Fans Forum, somebody jump on board in the chat box and just tell us your impressions of what the Padres should do, what the Dodgers could do, Angels fire sale, and the whole Trevor Bauer situation. Feel free to join us.